guys, and welcome back to the SwansAwayDays YouTube channel. Today it's a monthly series again where I talk review with the Swansea City games in a month, and this time it's October, so there's a lot of downs, poor results, but there's also some good results, especially one which we all know. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the games, how I expected us to do, what I thought overall of the performance. But first, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Really close to 1,500 subs. If I can hit that before we're going to be incredible. But let's get into this. And off October then was a tricky away trip to Charlton Athletic. Now, this was an incredibly tough game. Charlton have a very good home record. They've been, before they played us, their last game was a 1-0 win against Leeds. So they're obviously capable of getting some really good results in the Championship. And they've showed that this season. But we went into the game with a bit of, with not much confidence really, because the last result before that was a 1-0 draw against Reading, and then before that we lost 2-1 to Watford. So we were going into Charlton with a bit of a poor record. We weren't winning many games. There was a lot of defensive problems, not scoring enough goals. But in this game we saw in defensive problems the first 3 minutes. Obviously John van Lecko scored inside the first 2 minutes. Poor mistake by Joe Rodon, didn't clear his lines, and Lecko with a really good finish. But then, obviously, Jan Dandy got his first start in a while, and he pulled off a good goal. Edge of the box, I think it was Boa Baston who laid it back. It was a bit of a lucky finish in all fairness. I think it took a bit of deflection, but we'll take them goals. So, went in half-time 1-0. In fairness, it was a pretty even game. Both sides could have easily won this, which we did, but Charlton could have easily won it, could have been a draw. But we really showed our quality in the second half with the likes of Andre, who getting his first goal for the Swans, which showed he goes on a bit of a repeated pattern now. It was a good corner in by Matt Grimes, and I think it was Andre who got past his man and head Neither in. So we won that game 2-1, but it was a bit nervy towards the end. Charlton at the bar, there was some scraps on the line, but thankfully for us we did get the win. But it was quite a nervy game, and considering how poor October was, considering we didn't beat like some Barnsley, Brentford, Stoke, I think that proved to be a vital win. This is going up on Halloween. Was there a trick or treat? This was definitely a trick. We lost 2-1 to Stoke, who were bottom of the Championship at the time. They had not won a game this season. And of course, here comes the Swans. I think the game was on the 5th of October. Last year we played Ipswich, who were bottom at the time, haven't won a game. And we played in on the 6th of October. We lost 3-2 with the same ref, funny enough, against Stoke, and we lost. But he was a really good start. We scored inside the first minute. Really good pressing by the Swans. Early shot against Adam Federici. Poor block, and comes Andre to a tap at home. And I thought, we were getting a lot of chances in the first 10 to 15 minutes, and I thought, let's go and get some more. But that sadly didn't prove enough. Obviously on the 22nd minute then, cross came in, headed out, and there he is, as Marley would say, the ginger bean.
Bean, right? I'm not being funny, right?
Sam Klukas scored. Really poor marking by the Swans. Klukas then scored, and started celebrating in front of the home fans, giving a large. Well, I don't really blame him because we were booing him and stuff like that. But it was a good finish, but it was a bit undeserved. But then Stoke controlled the game. In fairness, from then they had the likes of Ndai and players like that. And they brought Sam Vokes on, Scott Organ, who got the goal in the 90th minute. Then, again, really poor marking by the Swans across the box. And then it's Scott Organ to tap home. Everyone switched off again. It's really poor by the Swans there. If you think they're where we are now, some of them points, they could lose us points at the end of the season. It was an incredibly poor performance that by the Swans, and that was really 3 points dropped. Fair play to Stoke. They haven't really kicked on since they obviously beat Fulham after the international break then, but they haven't really kicked on, and that's 3 points where we really should have got something from the game. The international break, and we faced a trip to Barnsley. Now on paper, this was an easy game, an easy 3 points, an easy controllable game, but they just sacked Daniel Stendel. They had a caretaker manager in charge. The atmosphere was always going to be good, considering they have a new manager. The new manager bounce, we always seem to struggle against a new manager bounce, and then we really did in the first half. Barnsley created a lot of chances, a lot of headers which went over the bar. They were dominating us. Coley Woodrow was getting the better of Mike Van der Hoorn and Joe Rodon. We were really struggling in this game, and it was quite frustrating really, because we was not creating many chances. And considering the likes of Boha Baston, who was on the bench, we still had Sam Surridge, who missed a golden chance in this game, but I'll get onto that in a bit now. Then the first half, it was 0-0. Luckily we went into the half 0-0 because we were awful. The Swans fans were like trying to encourage the Swans players, because the tunnel was next to them, to improve it, and they did second half. Fair play. we see all the likes of Garrett come on towards the end as well. But our goal came from a nice pass by Grimes. But just before that, Grimes played a lovely ball, one-on-one Sam Surridge, and he missed it. Shocking miss by Surridge, but I do believe in him, but he's got to be better than that. That could have put us in cruise control in that game. He should have scored that, sorry. But our goal came from Burson Salina, nice ball by Grimes. He has a shot to keep it up in the air. Andre then heads it off the line and then he taps home. So it took a while to get the confirmation of the goal, but luckily it was a goal. So then we went 1-0 and all Swans were like, oh, come on, like, let's control the game, let's get 1-0, let's get out to Yorkshire, let's get out to you with 3 points. No. 3 minutes later, Barnsley got to the other end. Again, awful marking by the Swans, and they tap home. It was actually winner tap, and it was a good finish by their captain Alex, something I can't really remember. Alex Marwet, I believe. Carroll was unlucky. Obviously, Carroll played this game, but again, another game we really should have got 3 points out on paper. I guess we'll take a point considering how poor we were, and we did get lucky with a point, but these games are going to cost us towards the end of the season, considering where we are now, flirting in with the playoffs and maybe second if we're lucky, but these games are really going to cost us, so we've got to improve. Where do I start on this game? On the Tuesday then, 3 days after the Barnsley result, we all thought that was a poor performance, but Jesus Christ, this was an even worse performance. We got dominated by Brentford, 3-0 at the Liberty. Now, Brentford were a good footballing side, I must give them credit, they deserved the 3 points, but as we've seen the other day, Leicester won 9-0, and if Brentford turned around second half, it could have been a similar scoreline. I'm not even going over the top here, but Brentford, they really didn't try second half. But first half, we literally tried passing around. It was so sloppy. There was a weird feeling in the atmosphere, in the ground. Sorry, I think it was just because Cardiff's coming up. I was a bit nervous, but Peterson played in this game, and I thought he was very good. Joe Rodon played as well, and he went off injured against Barnsley, and now we all know what Joe Rodon's gone now. He's gone and injured himself, and he had an operation, so he's out for a couple of months. But I think their goal came from our corner or something like that, which was... No, sorry, it didn't. That was the second goal, but yeah, it was a really good counter-attack by Brentford for their goal. Some nice passing by Ollie Watkins and Saeed Benrahma, with an excellent finish into the top right-hand corner. There's just no saving him, so I didn't really have many complaints about that, but I had a lot of complaints about the second goal. It was a lovely finish by Saeed Benrahma. The second goal, though, from our own corner, poor delivery, headed out, the pace now, and then the ball came across the box, and Bidwell's trying to get back, and own goal, obviously, it's against his former club, ironically. And then there was booze at half-time. Obviously, Burson Salina didn't play this game, which I did not understand. Jan Danda started. Obviously, Fulton started and he was poor, so made 2 subs at half-time. Burson Salina came on and George Byers, and they did make an impact, in fairness. We looked at much more attacking, and we could have scored inside the first 5 minutes of the second half. Peterson with a lovely shot just wide, and if we scored that, I think we would have got something out of this game. We would have changed the momentum. And then, to kill the game off, Brentford scored their third in the 56th minute. Brian Mbuma, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, sorry. Brian Mbuma, I don't know, but he's a good strike, to be fair. Left-footed shot at the edge of the box, and that was literally it for the game. So I was a thoroughly disappointing result for the Swans. To go into the Cardiff game in the back of a 3-0 loss at home, it was not good. But Brentford a very good footballing side, so I didn't have much complaints. But again, more points would drop in at home. Cheer up, Neil Warnock. That's right, we beat Cardiff 1-0. Now, this was such a tense game. There was a sold-out crowd at the Liberty, good 20,000 there. The atmosphere was absolutely insane. Just don't know how you can't have a similar atmosphere at most games to get the players over the line, because I believe we got the players over the line in that game. Now, there was 6 changes to the team with the likes of Burson Salina starting, Boha Baston dropped, Andre up front, and that worked wonders. Ben Wilmot starting, Joe Rodon was obviously injured, but first 10 minutes we were all over Cardiff. Cardiff had one style of play, and now he's just hoofing the ball, trying to find them long balls to the likes of Glatzel, Danny Ward, and it just didn't work for them. I thought Ben Wilmot was exceptional in this game, considering he's not the tallest of centre-halves. I thought he did very well against Glatzel, who's worth about £7 million, I think Cardiff played for him, but I think our goal came from a corner now. As everyone knows, not the tallest of teams, and Cardiff are a very tall team, but it was a very well worked short corner. I think it was Routledge who played it to Salina to Byers, and back to Routledge, and Routledge with a delicious ball in. and it was a delicious ball in towards Ben Wilmot, then, who rises above any Cardiff defenders. They were nowhere to be seen. Lovely header past Neil Etheridge in goal, and it was absolute crazy scenes in the Liberty then. 1-0, I thought, come on, let's get another one. We were pushing. Andre then had an attempt blocked. Cardiff looked shaky. Neil Etheridge looked really shaky. I know he had an injury at the start of the season, but he just didn't look right. His distribution was shocking, really. Van der Hoom was winning some free kicks and stuff like that, and it was passion, and that's what we wanted. That's what we were missing against Brentford, some passion, some players who wanted to play. And in this game, they wanted to play for us. Tuesday, they were all ghosts. And then against Cardiff second half, then they started to come out a bit more, had some good attempts. It was a really good save by Freddie Woodman. I think it was, I can't remember his name actually, but Gavin something. I can't remember his name. Apologies for that. But at the end of the day, it was a very good 3 points. Gavin White, that's the one. He had a really good shot, free. He was so free at the back post. He could have taken a touch, but it was a really good save by Freddie Woodman. There's some chant going on about Ben Wilmot now, with Freddie Woodman saving one with his private parts. But hopefully that kicks on, because that's a good chant. But it was a really good save by Freddie Woodman. But that was a real wake-up call for the Swans. We really should have scored more in the second half. Selina had some good chances. Ayew, Dyer, it could have been 3 or 4-0. But in the end, it was 1-0. Surridge came on and made a really good impact towards the end. And credits to Surridge. Boha didn't make any involvement. I don't think it was a type of game for Boha, in all honesty. I think Boha's type of game is somewhere like a QPR, like defences which are like not that tight. Cardiff were very tight defensively, but obviously 1-0 against Cardiff, cannot complain. Southall's derby win, and so overall in October we got 7 points out of a possible 15. So it's not the worst, but it really should have been better looking at those fixtures. I'm not gonna lie to you, but at the end of the day, I'm looking at the league table now. We're 4th, 2 points off top. So this is the top 6. You got West Brom leading with 27 points. Then you got Preston to Swans, 2nd to 4th, all on 25. Got Sheffield and Bristol City, both on 24. And then if you go down to 16th, which is Derby, to West Brom first, is 9 points separated. So that just shows how tight the championship table is. Thanks for watching this video. I like doing these monthly reviews where I can talk about the in-depth analysis and stuff like that. And I'm hopefully you enjoy them. So make sure you go and check the September one out and August one out as well. Don't forget those. But Wigan preview will be out tomorrow. Happy Halloween if anyone really celebrates that. There definitely was a trick for Cardiff on the weekend, and I was losing to the Swans, but I'm not going to mention that too much because just why not. But this weekend now we got Wigan, which will be a tough game. Like I said, match preview will be out tomorrow. I'm trying my best to get someone from Wigan on, but I'm finding a lot of difficulties with that at the moment. But make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Tell me your favourite game in October. I'm pretty sure I know what most of it is. Tell me your favourite goal in October, like the best goal we've scored. But for now, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.